Hello. Hello there. Can anybody hear me? Just write yes, I can hear you, if you can hear me. Sound check. Good morning, everybody. I'm just waiting for people to come along and join the lesson. So just a minute every day this week. Speaking exercise, speaking practice. You get a topic and then you have to speak about it as well as you can for a minute, and then we'll have a look at what you said and make some corrections if we need to. Hi Jose. Hi, good to see you back.
Hello, I'm fine.
Hello, great. That's good. Nice to see you.
Nice.
Let's get straight into it. Started straight away, okay? So I'm going to share my screen and give you the topic. One moment, please. Well, you've done this one, so I'm going to change that one. Do you know this word locks? Locks, L-O-C-K-S.
When you close one thing?
Yeah, that's basically right. You close something and you lock it. But have you heard of the word lock on rivers or canals? Do you know what this word is, canal?
Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
and you know, sometimes the water is locked, like the water is flowing down the river and there's a big kind of wall up like this, like a dam,
Yes,
and it opens and the water goes...
Only pass one part of the water, no?
Yeah, they use it in England because if the hills are, if it's too hilly and the water runs too quickly, it's not good for the barges. The barges are river boats carrying heavy things. Do you have these kind of things? Do you have any rivers around where you live?
Yes, we have rivers and we have locks in the rivers for the file don't have water, a lot of water.
Okay, could you just describe the water and the rivers and maybe canals in the region that you live?
Yes, we have.
So tell me about them. Use it as your topic for 1 minute. Speak about it and tell me as much as you can. Maybe tell me about the size of them.
Yes, this year in Spain it rained a lot this year, and then it was the rivers. It was a lot of water, and then it's necessary to regulate the water for to control the water and have locks for don't pass all the water and the balls don't here in Spain inund of water.
Have you been on one of those kind of canals as a kind of holiday? Because sometimes in parts of England they use the canals as a kind of holiday place. I mean that families can go and they can have a holiday on the canal.
It's a good place for to see. It's a good place and yes, you can practice a lot of activities of water like swimming, like piragüins, and yes, it's important. Yes.
Can you swim?
Yes, I like swimming. Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. So that's a good start. Let's just go and say hello to everybody. Dimitri, I see you there.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Hello.
Nice to have you in just a minute. I don't remember you actually doing just a minute. Maybe I've. Did you do just a minute before?
No, this is
No.
my first time.
So let me give you a topic then, and then hi Igor, you're here too. That's great.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. So we'll try and get the topics rolling. I do want to ask you a question each time, but I'll try and be a little bit faster so that we can get round lots of practice. So the actual question topic I want to use today is prepositions, but I'm going to try to give you a topic first. Last one was waterways, locks, and things like this. So your topic to talk about, quite a strange one because I'm using the BBC quiz show topics now for this game. Chili, just one word, chili. So
Chile?
yeah, the one word is good because it means that you can interpret it your own way. So think about. Do you know what chili is, don't you?
No, I'm not sure what chili is. Is it kind of spice?
Yes, it's kind of hot spice.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what the difference is between all of these plants. You know that they came originally, I think, from South America, but now they're all over. And hot spices, chili, yes. What's the difference between chili and when I was in Hungary, we had hot paprika, and I think it's the same kind of plant, really. It's a capsicum or something, you know, a kind of plant, very hot. So that's your topic, but before you do the topic, I'd like you to have a look at one question. Not that one, though, because that doesn't really ask a question. One moment. Okay, let's have a look at this sentence. Okay, there's a preposition missing in this sentence. I'd like you to read the sentence and try to find the missing preposition.
Okay, what sentence?
Let me screen share. Let me screen share. I've dropped my screen share because I wanted to show boats. Right, so sorry. There it is. Can you see the sentence now?
Yeah, I can, but it's really little. So
Let me expand it then.
okay.
Right, it's a bit bigger now.
Yeah, but I still I can't see what it says.
Okay, so it should be full screen, but I'll put it into the chat.
It's okay. No, it's okay. You need to press on the Leon's square to see on your screen. It's okay. It's very big for me.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought that everybody had the same view, but maybe not, Igor. That's interesting.
It's very big.
Well, I'm trying to click on it, but
Can you see it in the Verbling chat?
Click on another square, on my square, for example, and after that on Leon's square.
yeah, nothing happens.
It's a Google error.
Okay, we'll just read it from the Verbling chat then.
Yeah, okay. That's no way to behave. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Very good. Yes, that's right. That's no way to behave. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. So, chili. Can you speak about chili?
Yeah, I'll try to tell you how much I know about this spice. It's a hot spice that originally comes from South America, as you said before, and well, it's really hot, and not everyone can eat it. It is usually used in, I guess, Mexican food. It's put in Mexican food mostly, and well, I don't know.
Do you eat it ever?
What?
And what do you like? What do you think about this kind of spice?
Personally, I don't like this spice because it's too hot and I can't eat food with this spice.
So, what's your favourite kind of food?
Let me think. My favorite kind of food is what? I don't even know. I've never thought about it, really.
Well, I suppose we don't all have favourites, but we often get asked the question, what's our favourite this and that? And I often think that there isn't really a favourite. I don't have a favourite book, a favourite film. Well, maybe I have favourites, but not a favourite. Okay, let's move along. Igor, let's give you a topic.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Natalia. I thought you'd run away then. So your turn is coming soon. Welcome back. So, Igor, hi there. So, first of all, Igor's turn. So, we've got these kind of topics from the BBC. We've got EFL topics, and we've got the what-if situations. So, I think we'll try another one of these. Now this is about England. The Black Country is the industrial heartland of England. So I don't think I don't expect you to speak about that one. That's really Black Country because of all the smoke that used to come out of the chimneys. But that one is going to be unfair. So, writing a book. Now there's a tricky one. I don't know if you've ever written a book, but could you manage to speak about that if it was a given topic?
About what in particular?
Well, it could be how to write a book, or you see, when we get these topics, they're deliberately a little vague, so that allows you to speak about them in any way you choose.
Okay, how many minutes I have to speak? 1 minute?
1 minute only.
Okay. So, to write a book, it's a very interesting and challenging occupation. When you want to write a book, you need to know first you need to know what about will be your book. So if it will be and for who will be this book. So after you know these things, for who is your audience and what about will be your book, you start to gather information from all sources. After you gathered a lot of information, you start to write a book. And you write, and after that you check your book for if you made some mistakes in figurative meaning, and maybe you change some sentences, something from your book. And
yeah, I like that idea of just keep changing. I like the idea of just keep going through it, parsing it over and over again, changing it a little bit.
Not over, but at least 1 or 2 times you may do this, because maybe you may write something better than the first time you wrote. I mean, in figurative, not mistakes, grammar mistakes, but figurative mistakes, yeah? Do you understand?
What exactly do you mean by figurative mistake?
I mean, you wrote, for example, a sentence, not a sentence, a paragraph, yeah? And you read this paragraph and you understand that you may write this paragraph better. So, I mean, another arrangement to...
Oh, yes, I agree with that, because, you know, people sometimes think that it's all about grammar, but grammar is just something you should try to get right. It's just the beginning, the building blocks. Because after that, good English comes above grammar, so you can actually write some terrible things and the grammar is perfectly correct.
Yeah, so I finish with the book. So you check your book twice, 3 times, 5 times, and after that you start to publish your book, and you see how is your book popular among the people, and you earn money, but maybe you will nothing earn.
Okay, let's stop there because I've got too much written down.
Yeah.
And I need to go through it all. And I also forgot to say to Dimitri that I wanted to hear the difference between hot and heart. I can't remember your sentence now, Dimitri, about hot, but you know, hot, the clock sound varies a little bit, but yours was a bit really off towards the hard sound. I know there's a kind of shifting vowel, and some vowels shift a lot in different speakers. So this one goes all the way from O to A, but you have to watch out that it doesn't go into R a bit too much, like heart. Americans might go just on the edge there with heart, but you just want to watch you don't fall off the edge and go into heart. So try and stay kind of Atlantic-ish, you know, just somewhere sensible in the middle with heart or something like that. Now, to Igor. First sentence I would like everybody to look at. To write a book is an interesting occupation, maybe. I think I took some words out, but this is basically the gist of it. So, Igor, what do you think?
It's not correct grammatically what I said.
There is something grammatically slightly incorrect about this. It's
to write, yeah, to write.
To write, yes. To writing a book, yes. Yeah. We have to use the gerund there, don't we? Because we're focusing on the actual activity. Whenever we focus on the activity, we use a gerund. I like writing. I like to write is slightly focusing on I'm going to do it sometime. I like it, but if I'm doing it now, it's a gerund. So focusing on the action, gerund. The next sentence, yeah, some word order problems. And for who will be this book? Well,
yeah, for whom?
Okay, well, I wasn't really worried about for whom or for who, but let's say for whom will be this book. The word and for whom will be this book. I think you need to change the words all around.
Whom will be addressed this book?
It's getting a bit too convoluted. I would say something like, and for whom this book will be. I put the object before, yeah, so for whom this book will be. I don't mind for who, because there are some structures and some forms where you can interchange who and whom without really causing any problems. Whom is probably going to become unnecessary at some point in the future, although it's a nice word, I like it. Anyway, the next one.
So, sorry, what is the difference if I would put here in this sentence who or whom? What is the difference?
Well, this grammar is changing slightly, or has changed over the last 100 years. So, formerly, whom was sometimes considered to be the only correct way, but I believe that if you look in dictionaries as well, they'll testify to the fact that you can actually often just interchange those words. And for who this book will be, you know, there are one or two structures where, and I can't remember them right now, but there are some structures where you've committed yourself to using whom, because, and it sounds a bit wrong to use who, but quite a lot. Who is allowed? I think I don't want to go into it right now because it's something I need to get the book open and have a look at the different ones. It take me a long time to figure it all out. But think about that. That's whom is slightly old-fashioned in some sentences and structures. And actually, you don't. If you were told that you you can never use the word whom, then it's quite possible to speak and make good grammatically correct sentences. But I like the word, it's okay. Anyway, how do you pronounce this word?
Audience.
Yes, that's right, audience. When we have AU words, there's two possibilities. There's O, like clock, and there's or, like horse. So we've got audience, that's right. Can you just tell me one word which has AU, maybe at the beginning, which has a kind of O sound?
No, I can't.
Australia, and also Austria, but some have O sound, like autumn. Right, and how is your book popular? You can tell how is your book popular, or you can find out how is your book popular. Let's say that another way, please.
How is your book popular?
Again, it's
What
word order.
popularity has your book?
How popular your book is.
Oh,
Yes.
but if I would say what popularity has your book, what will be?
What popularity has your book? No,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound good. Let's have a look at it. What popularity has your book? I'm just trying to explain why. What is the popularity of your book? It sounds a bit awkward. You know, it's very interesting when you speak about word forms. So on the advanced course, the IELTS course I do, there's quite a lot in the first unit about changing words from one form to another, and I've told you a lot about this. For example, the pronunciation changes. Do you remember estimate, estimate? But another aspect of it is that certain phrases and certain things we try to communicate with certain words tend to use a particular form. So nobody would say, what popularity does your book have, or something like this. They would say, how popular is it? So we always find that with certain verbs and certain words, they tend to use a certain expression, either a noun form expression or a verb form expression, and the other way of doing it might seem possible, but it doesn't really sound natural. So how popular is your book? Yes. And as a statement, if you want to find out, you find out how popular your book is. So you ask, how popular is your book? That's the question. But I would like to know how popular my book is. So when you like to know, or you want to ask, or something, you ask statement form. Good work. Anyway, that's good. So let's move on. Natalia, are you there?
Yes, still here.
Good. Let's try to find the next one that you can do then. So I'll see if this refreshes quickly, because I've lost my button there.
I feel myself like at exam.
Big hit. Well, I think that's a bit too vague. This is typical for the BBC game, because people have to use their imagination and try to think about it. But I'm going to give you the option. You can pass or you can take it.
I have no idea, frankly speaking.
Let's leave it then, because this is the kind of advanced level, very advanced kind of native speaking word game level, and they have to just make something of it using anything they know. Like it could be a big hit could be something that sells very well, or it could be more literal, like in baseball or something. But let's leave that one. Now, slang.
Oh.
Slang. This is something which I would like to speak about, but I'd like you to speak about it first, because it's your job to speak about it. So I'm interested to know if you actually know what it is, because I see on the internet that a lot of people don't really know what slang is. They think slang is something else, but let me hear if you can say something about slang.
From my point of view, I think that slang is a little bit not, how to say, literally words or expressions which are usually used in colloquial speech, just between friends, or I don't know, maybe in some families, in not official situations. Well, as for me, I know maybe just a little bit of slang, and recently I've seen the lesson. It was a video lesson of slang word sorry, it was chilling. It was rather interesting how to use this word in phrases, and there were some examples of uh, words which were like chill, chilling, and so on and so forth. So, my point of view, English slang is not very bad. Why not to use it? It's something like maybe secret way of speaking between people, especially between teenagers. That's my point of view.
Okay. Yes, I think you're a little quite on track with what slang is, but I noticed that one problem I've seen with people learning English is that they don't appreciate the different levels of formality, I suppose you call it, levels of formality. So you've got kind of a high level of formality, like a letter to a bank manager, and you've got kind of very informal speech, and then you've got slang, and there's a few levels in the middle. And I find a lot of people think that slang is just kind of informal language, quite informal language, and people even say that phrasal verbs are slang, and I think no. Slang is not that at all. Slang is more like you described, and also probably includes what another kind of the language, which is even on a lower level than the examples you gave, swear words and expletives and those kind of things. They're kind of slang as well. I think that certain words are kind of trendy words rather than slang, and they might have a chance of becoming part of the language, as a lot of them did from the 60s. In the 60s there were lots of new words like cool, and these words became very uncool when I was at school, because 10 years later you want to disassociate yourself with the previous fashion, which has just gone out of fashion.
Yes,
but then a bit later they all come back again, and in the 80s and 90s all of these words flooded back in again, and all these groovy, cool, and some of them still remain old-fashioned kind of 60s words, but a lot of the words that we see used in slang today are from the 60s, and I think maybe chill will become maybe one of those words which come in, but I really don't like mixing words up. Well, it's a game, isn't it? My son does it, like ginormous. Chillax is a really stupid word because it doesn't add anything that we don't have already.
What were these? Chill
I've heard people say chill, which is okay. It's like it's related to. You can understand that because it's kind of related to cool. It's kind of exaggerating it a little bit, and it's cool, chill. Get cool, but chillax I think is really silly. It's a real
like
a mishmash of a word. Yes, I know that when I was a very young boy, some people in the forces, and even back in the Second World War, the British forces, especially the Air Force pilots, had a fashion of chopping these words up, like ginormous and this kind of thing. Yeah, okay, well done. So, one mistake, let me write it for you.
Okay.
Why not, you can spot it straight away, I think. Why not to use it?
Why not to use it? Frankly speaking, I don't see any mistake.
Why not use it?
Why not use it? Yes, why not use it? So how can we explain it though, Igor?
Why not use it?
Why not do it?
Yes.
Now, it's how do we explain it though? Let's think about the explanation. It's something to do with the infinitive without to is sometimes called a kind of imperative.
Yeah,
and the imperative is like do, jump now, jump, and it's more like that, I think. Why not do it? Yeah, so there are quite a few silly little inventions, and I think some dictionaries try to put every single word that they can find in the world into the dictionary, and I think that's a bit of a game as well. because there's no point, I think, putting words in a dictionary which are spoken in one area of Los Angeles or something like that. Anyway, that's my opinion. Thanks for your opinion, Natalia. That's good. So back down to Dimitri. We're going to see if we can change that topic. How many clicks on the refresh button and how many minutes do we have to wait? Well, it's geography. I don't know how good your geography is.
I'm really awful at geography, to be honest.
Well, let me hear you just struggle through it and see what you can make of it. So if you can't say anything that specific about Sri Lanka, then imagine that you're in a game on TV and your topic is Sri Lanka and you just have to do your best. What would you say?
I think Sri Lanka is a pretty long river, and I don't know where it is located, and well, I guess it's pretty dirty, maybe humiliated. Well,
Maybe humiliated. What do you think what's that about?
what?
What you said humiliated?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Humid, do you mean? Humid.
Yeah, humid.
Ah, I've got you now. Humid, yes. I couldn't understand why it was humiliated. What
Yeah.
have they done wrong?
Yeah, that wasn't the right word. Okay, so what else?
You know where it is, don't you?
What?
Do you know where it is geographically in relation to the Indian subcontinent?
No, I'm not sure.
Well, it's a bit like Sicily to Italy. It's hanging down at the end like an island.
Okay.
Although Sicily is slightly to the west, but Sri Lanka is kind of at the bottom.
India.
Yeah.
Used to be called Ceylon in England.
Good.
Yeah, okay, let me give you another topic. So, walking on hot coals. Well, you're lucky you're not in the BBC game. Well, we are, because that's the topic. Let's try that for 30 seconds. What do you think you could say about that? Maybe one or two sentences? Can you imagine the situation, first of all? Describe the situation.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a spiritual ritual, and so it takes a lot of bravity. I don't know. So.
Okay, well that's good. Let me see what that word is then. What is that word? Noun form of bravery. No, not the noun form. Yeah, well, it is a noun, isn't it? Bravery.
Yeah.
Bravery. So, how do you say spiritual and ritual? That's quite interesting, isn't it?
What?
How do you pronounce spiritual and ritual?
Spiritual and
you know, I think native speakers have a kind of chew sound in these words. Spiritual, and there's a kind of, it's not exactly, but if you say spiritual, it comes across okay. You don't need to say spiritual. So the tu, the t-u sound can turn into ch, spiritual, but people don't usually say it like tia. They say ch, spiritual.
Spiritual.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty much the same when you speak. And if you look in dictionaries, you often find with these words that even the phonetics are given like that. So they don't say t-y, t-u. Spiritual. They say spiritual. But
Spiritual.
yeah. Okay, let's move on to Igor now. A new topic for Igor. Let's try what if and see what that comes up with. Not another superhero, I hope. Oh no, we had the same one again. I've got to put some more on, I keep saying. I go through these topics so quickly. Here's one that we haven't done before, though. I'd like you to have a go at this one, Igor. It's a bit imaginative. Yeah, have a go at this one, please.
If I could be invisible for a day, I would go to... I would do anything. I don't know. Let's change this topic. Because
yeah,
I'm not sure what I would do.
You know, somebody once asked me if I've ever seen the Invisible Man. And I said no, I've never seen him.
Something more practical, maybe.
All right, then let me give you one from the EFL set. Although they tend to keep coming round, that's the problem.
But I wasn't on all these topics.
Okay, try. What do you think about housework?
What is housework?
Oh.
Homework homework is doing your maths when you come home from school, but housework is washing the dishes and ironing your shirts and all of this kind of thing.
I think housework is very important. It's very important because you need to maintain your house clean, and you need to do this on everyday basis. So you need to find a solution for this. You may do this housework by yourself, but you may find a person who would help you for money to do this housework.
Marry.
Sorry?
Or just marry someone.
Oh, or just marry to someone, like Natalia said, and you would have a clean house. And I think it's the most important thing is to maintain your house at the highest level of the highest level of cleanliness. So housework, as I said, should be done every day.
And what about appliances, Igor? Household appliances. Are they vital? A household appliance reminds me of the Zanussi advert about washing machines. It comes down from space in a beam of light, and it says, "The appliance Zanussi, the appliance of science." Appliance is an interesting word because it could be the noun form of applying, to do, but it actually is a noun meaning a washing machine, a dishwasher. These are household appliances.
Yeah.
So are they essential these days?
Yeah. So I will elaborate about that. So of course, for your help, you may find. You may buy appliances like a dishwasher, washing machine, and they would help you in housework. You may not spend time on cleaning your dishes. You may not spend time on washing your clothes by yourself. For you will do these appliances, and I think it is worth money with appliances. So this is it.
Okay, let's go through some things now. First one, maintain your house clean. So maintain your house clean. Any comments?
Help to maintain your house clean.
Still don't like it.
No?
I would like to say that it's fine to say keep your house clean.
But why not maintain?
But maintain your house. You can maintain your house. You can maintain your car, but you keep your car clean. Now this is interesting, isn't it? So maintain v keep. There's a form difference there. So I can keep my house clean, but I can maintain a machine. I can maintain my house. but I can't maintain it clean.
Okay.
So that's a different kind of,
keep,
a slightly different meaning. Keep your house clean.
Okay.
And how do you pronounce the noun form of clean?
Cleaning.
Well, that as a gerund kind of, maybe a noun.
Clearness.
I'm thinking of this one.
Clearness.
Clean. Clean. It has to be clean. Cleanliness.
Oh, cleanliness. I said cleanliness.
Yes, that's why sometimes when we add on bits and pieces to words, it has to change somewhere because it just doesn't kind of balance nicely. So quite often when we change words, those kind of things happen to them. Strange things happen. I'm trying to collect a nice set of words, but I keep writing them down in different pieces of paper and on different pages. I'm trying to collect all of the words which, when they change, really change their pronunciation. So clean, cleanliness.
But what is cleanliness? Is not the same as cleanliness?
There is no cleanliness.
Cleanliness, no?
How do you? Which word is that?
Clear.
Clear.
Yeah, clear.
Clarity. There's clarity. There's clear.
Clearliness.
Clear. There's just clear. I don't know a clearliness.
Okay.
Anyway,
I will look.
Yeah, look it up. Let's see. And the next one I want to say is 3 words, and there's a problem. Married to someone.
Marry someone without.
Yes. Get rid of that. So to explain that, we can say that the verb marry, if as a verb, is transitive. You marry somebody.
Can we say marry with someone? With.
No. Get married to someone. Because then you are getting married, changing your state. But if you're using it as a verb, it's got to be transitive, direct action. Marry me. Now, I'd like to speak about the difference between such as and like, because they're not quite interchangeable. If you make a suggestion like, you should buy things such as this, such as washing machines, and if you're going to make a list, then don't use like, use such as. When you're giving an example, giving some examples, use such as. It's better than like, because like is better for comparing, and you're not really comparing. You are comparing, but you're making a list, and when you do it that way, making a list, say such as, you know, there are lots of makes of brands of car, such as Volkswagen, BMW, Ford. Not really like Volkswagen, because you use those 2 words in different situations. So such as is better before making a list of examples. Right, so Jose, back to you.
Yes,
so
fine.
I should go for an EFL one, but I want you to have a preposition as well. We haven't done one of those for a while, so let me see if I can get the refresh. There we are. See if I get a refresh there. No. I've mixed those up somehow. Some other words are coming in as well. So, and you know, whenever I'm in a Hangout, my web pages go quarter speed. Okay, there's a topic for you. Tell us how to play a game or sport, but think about what sport you could have there. Just think about a sport for a moment, because I would like to try and get another preposition gap here for you. Have we got one? No. Okay, leave. I'll get that for you in a moment then. And so, what sport do you think you would like to speak about? Have you got a sport that you know about?
I think it's very popular, the soccer.
Ah, yeah. Spain won the World Cup a while back, and that was good because for a long time they hadn't won the World Cup, and now they won the World Cup deservedly.
Yes.
So, okay, so soccer.
Yes, I think soccer is a sport very popular in all the countries in the world. They have a lot of people to see the soccer in all the countries. All the people know the players of the soccer. Spain has a lot of clubs, very important clubs, and they are they are known in all the countries. There are a lot of people to see the soccer, and the players are very popular. The good players are very popular in all the world.
Okay, let's have a look at these two sentences here. The first one is, sorry, know the, that is, not he, know the players of soccer. You're speaking about players and people, a lot of people know the players of soccer. Now the noun phrase, players of soccer, is slightly strange there. When we have a well-known noun phrase, for example, action movie or mineral water, we should use those just like ordinary vocabulary. We should not change them into a more descriptive form. So how should we say players of soccer?
Okay.
A lot of people know some famous
Soccer players.
Yes, soccer players. Or, you know, actually we would only say soccer players, I think, in the US, because in the world we just say football players. So soccer is not soccer unless soccer in English, in the English language, is only soccer when the word football has another well-known meaning. So football, the name football, the word football, always refers to the most common game of football where you live. So if you are in the USA, or if you are in a British public school where they play rugby, you use the word soccer. But if you are anybody else, you just say football in English. So we would just say famous football players or footballers. Footballers is a good plural noun. There aren't soccerers, but there are footballers. So a lot of people to see the soccer.
Okay.
Can we say that another way? A lot of people. There are a lot of people to see the soccer. Let's just start with a lot of people. I think we could just say watch football. Or watch football matches, or go to football matches. Okay, great. So let's give you the preposition now. I think it's on the screen. I want to see if we've got it there. Can you, Jose, can you just do this one?
Okay, I once saw a notice that said,
a notice Oh,
a notice that say, don't throw stones off this notice.
if you throw stones, you can do it with two prepositions. If I throw a book and I want the book to be for you, you are standing across the room. I throw the book
in this notice.
Imagine, Jose, that I'm throwing a book, but there's two ways I can throw a book. I mean, I might be throwing the book like this, look, just like in the classroom. I would just say, hey, Jose, your book. So then what preposition? I throw the book to you. But if I want to take your head off, what am I doing? I'm not throwing it to you now. What am I doing now?
In.
Okay.
I throw it at you. Don't throw stones at people.
At.
At me.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you speak at somebody, it's a bit aggressive. If you speak to somebody, it's more like pass it to me. Throw the book to me. It's a bit like a kind of pass, but you haven't got time to walk over there. Throw the book to him and throw it at him. Okay.
Okay.
So now I need to go to the next topic for just a minute. Let's try and get another one of those as well. Okay, so we've got another one of those and another one of these maybe, if it comes up in time. Yeah, keeping baby amused. Well, I'm not giving this one to you, Natalie, because I think you should be domesticated or anything like that. But it just came up. So that's your topic, keeping babies amused or baby amused. So that's a topic. But before you do it, let's have a go at this.
Please complete the rest of your assignments right away. Можно. Please complete the rest of your assignment in delay.
You've got to keep the meaning the same. So the meaning is, please complete the rest of your assignments right away. And then you've got to keep that meaning. Please complete the rest of your assignment, not in delay.
No.
Any ideas?
Off delay.
Without.
Without delay.
Without.
Good one, Igor. Without delay, yes. Without delay, yes. It's a kind of formal notice, actually.
Yes,
so,
right.
your topic is keeping babies amused.
Well, amuse mean to entertain?
Yes, it often means amused. Amused often means entertained. You know, that word is interesting because I saw in Hungary that they had some amusements. Do you know what amusements are?
Amusements?
Amusements, maybe things that children play on, bumper cars, dodgems, swings, these kind of things, but machines like roller coasters, bobsleighs, all of these kind of things are called amusements. But they made a mistake in their English and they said, don't go on the amusing machines. Now, that was a very interesting mistake because can you see a difference between the amusements and the amusing machines?
Amusements. So, as far as I understood, amusements is, well, maybe the way how kids play together, or
yes, that's right. Well, if you amuse somebody, you are kind of making them smile and making them happy and entertaining them a bit. Queen Victoria often used to say when she was very unhappy about somebody, she said, "We are not amused." That was one of her famous things. But the amusements are things like fairground attractions, like swings, roundabouts and dodgems and roller coasters and those kind of things. But if you call them, instead of calling them amusements, if you call them the amusing machines, it means that you're kind of laughing at them. They think that's good.
to have fun, I get.
So you're instead of having fun with the machines, you're just laughing at them because they're not fun. They're not so good. So they used the wrong word, the amusing machines, instead of the amusements. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. So keeping baby amused, what can you do?
Oh my god.
You can go, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy went home, and you can tickle their toes, but what can you do? Tell me something.
Well, usually I just can play joke on my kid. Well, maybe sometimes very silly, but he likes. Well, sometimes I can make funny faces. Oh, what else? I think that amusement and to be excited, something very close. So sometimes we go out to have, I don't know, to have rest where my kid can swing around and to have fun. Maybe it's kind of amusement too. Oh, this topic is hard to say. Not my cup of tea, I suppose.
Hard to elaborate.
Hard to
Yeah,
elaborate,
okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah. You know what you can do? You can
Maybe.
cheat. You can cheat and you can prepare some crazy topics before you come to class. But then, well, I'm trying to keep you on your toes, you see. But let me have a look at this sentence then. So you can swing around.
Yeah.
You can swing around and to have.
Without to.
Yeah, without to and have fun.
Yeah, you can play a joke if it's a practical joke. You can tell a joke, or you can actually play a joke sometimes. But anyway, tell a joke is more common. Yes, usual. Yes, you can swing around and have fun. You don't want to have fun because, well, for two reasons. First of all,
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah, that's right. It's slip of the tongue because when we have a conjunction, we must balance it, mustn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my problem, I know.
So back down the line to Jose. Sorry, Igor is on the other side of the line at the moment. So Igor, your topic. Let's see what it is, and let's see if. Oh, that's not going to be possible.
I don't know what is that.
I don't know what that is. Remember.
Parsons. Bits that get taken out.
The bits that get taken out. Wow.
Remains, bits.
It's like maybe you could speak about this in terms of editing. You know, like when they make a film, they take bits out of the film, or when you write a book that you decide that some things are not. It could be editing. It could be something else. I don't know.
What is bits?
Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. Little things. Those little cuts, maybe, or edits. Or
like puzzles.
Pieces sometimes, but not just so much physical pieces like in a puzzle, but anything. Can I have a bit of cake? Can I have a bit of this, a bit of that?
Mm-hmm.
So bits and pieces, bits and bobs, things, stuff that gets taken out.
Maybe another topic because I don't understand.
Yeah,
what we
okay
can
then.
talk about.
Just take out.
So
Casts.
casts and casting for movies, maybe.
What is that?
That's where you choose the people who will be good for a particular film. I mean, have you seen a film, for example, where you think he's really good in that role? That was a good bit of casting to put him in that role because he played the part very well. For example, I can say that in the film Gandhi, who was the main actor in Gandhi?
I don't know.
I have never seen this.
I do know, but I
movie.
can't remember right now. But he was very well cast because he played Gandhi perfectly. So, do you want a new topic?
Yeah, this topic. Let's.
Okay, this topic, not thunder, but casts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So casts. In modern movies, very important to choose actors according to the movie, according to the theme of that movie. So a part of this choosing is casting. So it's very important to choose right actors, right people to that movie, because when people watch that movie should entertain people. So when producers choose people for movie, they should choose according to movie. This is it.
Great. Okay. So here's a sentence for you: to choose Right, person for the movie. Is there any problem with this sentence?
Choose without to.
Okay, take away the to at the beginning. Is there another problem?
Choose the right person for a movie.
I want another article. I want an article before the other noun. Choose
A person.
The right.
A person.
The right.
the right person or the right people.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need the there. Choose right. Choose.
Okay.
Yes, choose the right. Okay, let's see if you can finish off today by having a look at Kate here. Your Aunt Kate. Can you read this and see what we've got to do?
Sorry, what to do?
So can you... Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, screen share. There it is, I stopped sharing. So now can you see it?
Your Aunt Kate is using the spare bedroom now. Your Aunt Kate is using the spare bedroom at the moment.
Yes, good, at the moment. That was not too difficult, was it? Okay, great, thanks a lot. It's lunchtime for me.
It's easy.
I'm going to throw the book at you. See you later.
Bye.